Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Testing, testing. Test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Testing, testing. Test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so good evening everyone, and let's get back to our live streaming session. So right now I think everyone is quite curious about what is going on the gold market. Is it going higher or is it going lower? So today we'll be talking about the trades, and we'll be also talking about how we'll be doing this trading style. Everyone is quite curious about what's going on the gold market. Is it going higher or is it going lower? So today we'll be talking about the trades, and we'll be also talking about how we'll be doing this trading. Okay, so let's talk about wait a moment. Let me testing. Okay, so so let's talk about the gold market. Okay, I think everyone is actually quite curious about what is going on and what's my expectations. Testing. Okay. So let's talk about the gold market. Okay, I think everyone is actually quite curious about what is going on and what's my expectations. Testing. Okay. So okay, so let's begin today's live streaming session. So overall, let's talk about the gold market. Okay, I think everyone is actually quite curious about what we are trying to do and what is our planning. So the most important thing that we are be trying to talk about it should be the dollar index first. So let's look about the dollar index. Going through our dollar index, we can see that the dollar index is actually showing some signs of going higher. So we can see that currently the price is actually wanted to go on the higher sides, because the price really break through and going back towards this area. So that's why we are expectations that the dollar index will, in the meantime, will be forming a ranging upwards. So trying to keep on doing long positions on dollar index will be quite a good idea. Gold market, this morning we already expectations that the gold market will be bounce back from here, and maybe will be dropping back, but overall we do see that the current situation is actually forming a ranging area. Today will be giving us a much more clear directions from my perspective. So what is the gold market? Okay, gold market is currently facing this major resistance area. According to Bookmap, we also can see that the market is actually facing this major resistance area. Okay, so to be honest, I'm actually expectations that the gold market might be going lower. One of the biggest factors is that the dollar index will be going higher, and another factor is that the market risk appetite is actually going lower. So that's why we are speculations that the gold market is trying to get to on the lower side. So if that's the case, then what we look about it? So going back to the Bookmap, we can see that okay, going back to the oh shit. Okay, going back to the Bookmap. So from the Bookmap perspective, we can see that this morning the market is actually showing us a really ranging area. Starting from here is actually ranging out and actually forming some kind of supporting area from here. So you can see that once the price do really bounce back from this a major supporting and is actually gaining a lot of volume from here. So you can see that price bounce back, and this is also adding on it. You can see that the price is actually pushing higher. Okay, so in the meantime, it's actually showing us some signs that the price wanted to go higher. Going back to the book map, we can see that this morning is actually reaching back to this low. Once that, the price is actually forming this ranging area. So from here onwards, we are speculations that the price is forming ranging between the VWAP. So you can see that the price is actually, the VWAP is actually the red line. Price is going highs and lows. So after that, we can see that the price is actually forming ranging, and from here onwards is actually giving us a really good clue that the market is going higher. The volume from here, the volume is actually adding on it, and then once the price do go back to the lower side, you can see that this is adding on it, and this is what we call the spoofing. So once the market is spoofing lower, reaching back towards this liquidations area, absorbing on it, then after that the price is actually going higher, then this area has been also spoofing as well, getting out of it. So after that, we can see that this is adding on it, and the price is keep on going higher and higher, reaching back towards on the higher sides, using bookmap perspective. In the beginning phase, we do see that the price is actually showing this resistance area. So where is it, this area? Going back to the CFD, you can see that it's actually right here. So CFD is actually right around this area. Okay, so giving you a better clue. So you can see that this is the area that we just mentioned. Okay, this area. So everyone need to be clearful about it, because bookmap is actually is using a 10 seconds. So the time frame is actually much more smaller comparable to the CFD. So you need to have a better sense of it. Okay, so you can see that it's right here. Market is actually absorption of from here, and if you see right here, we do see that from the CVP is actually showing exhaustions from here. So meaning by that is not much people wanted to push the price higher, and from here onwards we can see that why no one people wanted to push higher, because of the COB current order block is actually showing a really big of orders. So exhaustions is happening, and then price is actually going lower, reaching back to the VWAP average area. So once the price is actually VWAP, so you can see that this is the red line. Red line is actually the VWAP. So once the price has been reaching through the VWAP, price is actually forming a ranging level between of this area. Okay, so you can see that it's actually quite obvious. So it's actually keep on going ranging between this VWAP area. Means that the market is actually ranging and averaging out from this area. And right now it's actually going higher. Currently, we can see that the market is pushing higher, and here is actually giving us some signs if we read carefully. So I do really like this kind of momentum. So forming from here, we can see that the market situations is actually going us going a really strong situations. So forming from here, we can see that the market is actually forming some kind of resistance from here. Price is actually forming resistance from here, grabbing on it. Oh shit. Okay. First, if you don't really understand about it, it might be really eye-catching, means that it's actually quite complicated if you don't really know how to use it. But if you do really know how to use it, it's actually quite useful. So from here onwards, we can see that the market situations is actually reaching back towards this level. It's actually quite complicated if you don't really know how to use it. But if you do really know how to use it, it's actually quite useful. So from here onwards, we can see that the market situations is actually reaching back towards this level. Okay, so you can see that the price is actually forming here, spoofing and then flipping the book, forming back, and then price is actually forming absorptions, reaching back to the top sides, going back, and we do see that the price is actually reaching back to the top sides. Seems like the market wanted to fight back the highest level. So right now, I think the market is actually breaking out, and it's quite unlikely be honest, I was thinking the market might be going back to the lower sides up, but right now seems like the market wanted to go higher. Um, yeah, not so sure to be honest, because right now it's actually ranging so price is actually forming this liquidity grab. Price to really go back, going back, reaching back towards on the higher sides, forming a ranging level from here, grabbing liquidations and going back to the top sides. It's a bit too bad lah if you really wanted to talk about it. So let me see. Maybe here we can have some clue about it. 62, 61, pushing back, pushing lower from here. Yeah, can't really match. But the VWAP do shows a really strong support. Then price is actually going back towards on the top side. If we do long positions from here, I think we might okay to do long positions on 4130, and the price is actually going back to 4113. It's actually possible. Okay, so from here, price is actually pressing lower, pressing price lower. Boom, boom, boom. Absorptions is happening. No, there's not absorptions, but absorptions is actually forming here, exhaustions. After that, price is actually reaching back towards on the top sides. Pushing back, but pushing lower, expectations. Well, from here it's adding on it. Two people adding on 84 volume from here. That's why we can see that the market is actually going higher. Okay, so you can actually quite obvious to see that this is the candlestick, 4-hour candlestick. If you think it's actually quite not really convenient to look at it, you can actually close it out. You can actually close it out by just I'm sorry. Hey. Oh, sorry, not this one. Can actually closing out by this one, so it's much more clearly. But I do really like the 4-hour candlesticks because letting me know in this 4-hour time period what is happening. So you can actually adjust it from here. Oh, sorry, not this one. So you can adjust, actually can adjust it for here. You can actually falling back to this level 4-hour if you wanted to daily. Previously, I make it daily, but I don't. I think that daily is actually quite useless lah. So 4-hour or maybe 1 hour is actually quite useful. So if you wanted to, you can actually press it on here, and this is the 4-hour candlestick. So this one is actually telling me that within this 4-hour, the price is actually going a really strong range. I mean, a really strong supporting level. So right now, let's talk about what will be happening. Okay, so bear with me. It's actually quite hard to see if you don't really know how to look at it. It's actually quite complicated at first. But if you know how to use it, it's actually quite useful if you are scalping or day trader. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of volume in 4150. I think that this is the previous daily high. Seems like the price might be reaching through that area because the order block is reaching there, meaning there's a highly chances that price might be going back to the daily high from what we can see right now. So price is actually reaching through. Okay, so right now is actually quite interesting if you look Okay, so right now we can see that the price is actually absorptions from here, and the liquidation is actually grabbing out on it. Previously from here you can see that the market is actually 44, 41, 40, and then price grab out. So meaning by that is actually have a high chances that the price will be going back to what we call the most highly area. So I think overall the market will be going higher from this case. So if that's the case, where is it going to? 44, $6 range. So $6 range from here. Yeah, I think it's the daily high lah. Okay, so price grabbing here and reaching daily high. So price going back to the charts. So we do see that the market is actually going back to it and should be reaching through to the charts. Okay, so remember everyone, price going back to the charts. So we do see that the market is actually going back. Okay, so right now we are speculations that the price will be going back to this area. So $6 range. I think the price should be wanted to go back to this level. I think this level is actually quite significant. Reaching back. Yeah, I think the price wanted to go here. This area. This area. Quite likely. Price is actually slowing down, forming back accumulations from here, and price is actually bouncing back so highly. This one is actually quite unexpected. Boom. So right now, we are speculations that the price will be going back to 50, and seems like the price is actually showing us a really good signs that the price wanted to go higher from the gold market. Yeah, I think the price should be reaching back towards on the higher sides, and right now it's actually gaining liquidations. So possible that the price would be going back to 50. So I mean, sorry, not 50. Around this level 42. So speculations that the price would be going back to this level and see how it turns out. Okay, so I think overall the market, using the bigger time frame, we can see that the market is actually ranging around this level. Okay, going from the monthly and then going back to the daily, we can see that the market is actually showing us a ranging level from here. Okay, and from the monthly perspective, we can see that it's not quite likely to see the market to continuously to go higher from a perspective. Going back to the daily time frame, we can see that the market is actually reaching through this major resistance area. So it's actually forming some kind of resistance and pullback. Weekly time frame, we also can see that the market is actually reaching through this level. Can't really see much informations. Using 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market is actually also reaching here, forming a ranging level. So we need to use the 50-minute time frame. 50-minute time frame is actually showing us that the market is rather to go back to the what we call to the lower sides. I mean, sorry, to a ranging level, and then after that the market will be going through a directions. This range is actually quite strong. Price is actually going back to the top sides. I think we can actually do long positions if we do monitor out from this one. Let's see. Using. Okay, so let's see from the volume perspective, see whether or not can we get some insight out of it. Not much volume from here. Price still really shows a good quality. I don't think there's a lot of volume from here. The largest, I guess, is actually forming back to this level. Boom, 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 boom. Um, Price to really true. 223, 221, 173, 79, 156, 2 something, 1. Seems like the market is actually reaching through this higher sides and going back to 50. So as I mentioned, right now we are expectations that the price might be going back to 50. Going back to the book map, we can see that the market is actually showing some kind of resistance. So we can see that the price is actually showing some kind of resistance pressure adding on it. So you can see the positions is actually adding on it. From here is also adding on it. So the price is actually showing some kind of resistance from here. Price might be going back to the lower sides, rebalancing out. So from here, I guess we can actually see that the market wanted to go back to this area. Let's see. Yeah, I think you might be seeing the price might be reaching through here, 4141, and price might be spiking back towards on the higher side. Okay, so you can see quite clearly 4141. So you can see that here should be a really strong supporting level. Exhaustions, absorptions from here. Price to really gain back some, adding some liquidations from here as well. So I think here is actually quite a strong supporting level currently. So you can see that this is the current level. Price might be showing some kind of supports. Yeah, from here should be forming some kind of supports, loading out. Grabbing quite strong. This rejections. Price, can it hold it on? Maybe we can try to do long positions, everyone. Okay, so let's see, can we do a long positions and try to do some trading. So let's see, can we do long positions? Boom, boom, boom. I think we can actually see from here this level. So this level is 39. I think once the price reach through 39, I think we can actually do long positions 39. So right now it's 41 to 39. So going back to the 5 minutes. So right now is 35. So it's actually 33 lah, around 33. Yeah, I think we can actually do long positions on 33. Let's see. Yeah, this level 39, around this level have a strong supporting level. We can actually try to do long positions from here, and let's see how it turns out. Absorptions is actually happening. Adding on it. think we can actually do long positions. Let's see, price is actually absorbing on it. Expect the price might be going back to the top side. As I mentioned, you can see that it's actually quite accurate. We see that this area is a major supporting level. So 33, 39, not so sure can we make it, but the volume is actually increasing on it from here, adding 34. So this is actually a really good sign that the price wanted to go higher. Yeah, from here it's also looking quite good. So once the price still really reach through this area, I think we can actually add long positions. Yeah, I think we can actually do a long positions now. And aiming back to, let's see, price might be reaching back towards on 46. Forming some kind of support, so I think we might be looking at price reaching through 48, 49. Let's see, I think the price might be going back towards on higher sides, and we are using book map to try to trade this one. Let's make it 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. So I think should be around here, should be not a problem. And oh shit, okay, we are getting here is 70 pips and risking how much? So let's see, if we do long positions, seems like it's actually quite solid, this supporting level, adding on it, so should be stopping out this volume. So right now I think the market, whoa, what the hell? CVD is actually showing some signs. Stop loss, we might be putting out how much stop loss? Let's see, I think we can actually put back to this level, so around 39, 38. Okay, $2 range lah, so it should be around 32. Yeah, I think we can actually put it back to 32. Okay, so we are risking $100. If we can get it, I think we can actually get back to 4143. So just now we already mentioned that why we are doing long positions, because from here we can see that the market is actually pushing lower, rebalancing out. So we can see that this from here onwards, the price is actually adding on volume, imbalance, pushing the price going lower, didn't really what we call pushing, spoofing. Okay, price is actually spoofing down. Once the price is spoofing down, reaching through this level, you can see that the price is actually absorbing rejections and forming exhaustions, and this area also for what we call a fair value for imbalance. So if that's the case, we can speculations that the price is going back towards on the higher sides. So where is it going to? My speculation is that the price will be going back to the top sides. So let's see. Okay, so if we do see the price going back to the top sides, we will be earning 1 to 70 pips. So we are earning 70 pips and risking 30 pips. So it's about 2 to 1 risk to ratio. Let's see. The entry size is actually quite useful, book map. So book map is actually quite useful if you're trying to trade scalping or some sort. It's quite, to be honest, it's actually really accurate. If you are planning to scalp like 50 to 60 pips, is actually quite useful. But trend, I can't say trend is actually quite accurate, but definitely helpful lah. Okay, so we have been doing a long positions just now. So we already telling you guys to do a long position right here. So you can see that this is the area that we are trying to tell people to do long. So why? Because we can see that this is the imbalance. Okay, forming back, you can see that this is actually the imbalance area, and the price is actually rejection to rebalancing out. And from here onwards, we can see that this is what we call exhaustions. So maybe a bit complicated if you don't know how to use it. Okay, so you can see that this is absorptions, big imbalance, volume from here, and this is actually slowing down. From here is actually rejections out. So we are telling everyone to do long positions starting from here and getting back. But yeah, I'm not so sure is it possible to break through this level. So if the price really break through this level, if we wanted to see the price break through this level, we need to see the volume is vacuum out. So right now, still not vacuum out. So you can see from here, okay, this is this area. The volume is still intact. So it's actually still intact from this level. 4145, this level is actually quite strong. So if we do see the price is going higher, my speculation is that the price might be going back to 4150. Right now it's actually rebalancing out. So if we do right, I think we might be seeing the price to go back to the top sides. So let's see, is it true or not? Yeah, I think it's possible that the price might be going back to the top sides. But now it is 12. Right now it's 12. 14. Can't say much. A lot of variables. Oh. Okay, so going back to the book map. Okay, so right now we are speculations and the price. It's going back to the top side. So let's see, can price actually vacuum out? Doing so, trade should be okay. Just now the highest we get is how much? Sorry, here I think highest is actually 40 something, 10 pips. I'm not so sure can we make it because the price is actually reaching back towards on the lower side. Maybe the timing still needs some improvement. Let's see. Price is actually showing some signs from here. 63, 50, 63 price balancing out. 58. Go 59. 19, 20. Oh, from here we do see that the market is actually forming higher. 16 to 36. Hmm. Let's see, the market condition is actually quite inconsistent from here, forming a big ranging level. So can't say much. Volume is actually imbalancing out. Hmm. Shit. Market is actually vacuum out from here. Not looking good because from here we do see that the market is actually vacuum out the volume. So it's not quite looking good from here perspective. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it seems like the market's not quite looking good. Volume perspective, seems like the volume is actually vacuum out from here. Yeah, it's not looking quite good. Doing short positions back. Can't really keep on doing long and short at the moment. Momentum. Low volume. Seems like there's a huge resistance area from here. Price might be going back towards this level. Seems like there's a huge volume from here going back to rebalancing out from the downsides. It seems like the price might be reaching back towards on the lower sides from 4126. 4126 area. 4126 area. 4126. Price is actually keep on going ranging from now. Seems like there's not much volume from here. Price might be going back to 26. Uh, 6. Let's see. Hmm. So let's see how the price react from here. Seems like the price is actually accumulating from here. Let's see. Let me calculate first. Hmm. So, Paris is actually much more aggressive for this one. Hmm. Yeah, but overall, we do see that the market exhaustions from here because 4150 is actually quite a big influence. And right here, we can see that exhaustions is happening and the adding volume imbalance right here, pushing the price lower, grabbing this liquidations once, twice, rebalancing out, and then continue going back to the lower area. Seems like the market might be going back to the balance area from what we can see right now to this balance area. Okay, if that's the case, we might be seeing the price to reach through this balance. Seems like the price will be going back to the lower sides to 2.6. This is my expectations for now. I'm speculations that the price will be going back to the lower sides, 2.6 area. So price should be reaching back to 2.6 and forming ranging level. So this is my speculations of the day, 2.6. So price should be going back to 2.6 area, forming to this level. Yeah, I think the price might be going back to 2.6 area and grabbing this liquidations area and forming some kind of supports. So let's see 2.6. Okay, so if you do really enjoy my live streaming sessions and wanted to have this free free book map to watch on it, you can actually go through my Discord. My Discord usually will be live streaming 24 hours and showing the book map for you guys, telling you guys about what is going on and what can we do about it. Book map is actually quite useful tool if you are trying to scalp or day trading. Is actually quite useful. The accuracy is quite good. For example, your entry will be really good and so on so on. Okay, so right now we speculations that price will be going back to 26. Around this level, the price will be forming some kind of support and slowing down and forming some kind of ranging area from that point onwards. And the volume is actually quite strong. It's actually increasing the pressure. So it seems like the price is actually wanted to go lower. So let me explain how to watch it. So going back to bookmap, you can see that this is what we call the imbalance order block. Current order block, current order book, okay, COB. So this is what we call. You can see that it's actually adding on it. So adding. So this is actually showing us that the price wanted to push the price lower. And if they can't spoofing the price lower, they will be vacuuming out. Okay, usually this is what we call spoofing. Means that they didn't really complete the transactions. They just want to scare them off to the lower sides. Okay, because there's a chunk of orders, so they can't really attack this area. So this is what we call the imbalance spoofing. So once this area has been formed and didn't really decrease, usually telling us that it's much more likely to go lower, unless you can see that right now is actually, you can see it's actually taking up their volume. starting from here, taking out. Okay, so you can see taking out, and right now is changing the directions. It's actually adding on the lower side. So you can see it's actually adding on it. Okay, and this is the last one. Okay, so you can see that the market is actually, bulls and bears is actually attacking each other. So you can see that this is adding on it, wanted to push the price lower and reaching back to this level. But to be honest, is likely to go back to 36 as I mentioned before, because 36 is actually a really strong supporting level. So we are speculating that the price will be going back to 36, and then after that the price will be going a ranging level according for the bigger time frame. So 36 is actually the major supporting level. Speculations that the price might be bouncing back from here, 36, and then 26, and then the price will be eventually going back towards on this higher sides. My speculation is that the price is actually forming a ranging level today, and currently from the bookmap perspective, it's much more likely to see the price wanted to go higher. And where is it? And the highest will be this level, daily high. But from volume profile, we can see that there's not much of volume from here. So it means that there's no one people wanted to push the price higher. If that's the case, we might be seeing the price to form some balance area from here, and then afterwards will be continue going higher onwards. So my speculations right now is that price might be forming on this ranging level. After that, will be giving us a new directions. Probably is going higher from what I can see right now. Is probably going higher. If the price can't really go higher, then it's forming a ranging level. The price might be forming a ranging level. So currently, I speculations that the price will be forming ranging and going back towards 36, this supporting area. Okay, using bookmap, we also can see that. Okay, you can see that it's actually adding volume. Okay, so remember, if you do really like our content, please give us a like, subscribe, and follow us. Do remember that we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from 8 to 9. And if you do have any problems or any questions, you can actually ask on the comment section below. Okay, so you can see that the price is actually attacking on it, adding their volume from here. So you can see that adding volume from here, price is attacking on the higher sides, pushing back. So it's much more likely to see the price to attack on the higher sides. Okay, so you can see it didn't really you can see that the COB report, it didn't really vacuum their positions. So usually the price might be tackle this level and see whether or not is absorptions. So let's see. Okay, but from what we can see, I think the price might be forming a ranging level between this range. Okay, this particularly range. So let's see. So remember, if you wanted to have this bookmap for free, you can actually go through my Discord group. My Discord group is actually on the link bio. So if you're really interested in it, you can actually go through and just have one. So you can see the price didn't really attack. So how it goes? Going back to the lower sides. Because why? We can see that this volume didn't really attract. Means that they didn't really take out this volume. Still remaining the same of 36 or 35. It's actually quite large. And from here, the CVP, we also can see that this is exhaustions, meaning by that is no one is wanted to push the price going higher. Therefore, we will be speculations the price is going lower, forming a ranging level. It's also quite what we expectations on from what we expect. The price might be forming a ranging level. Price will be going back to 26, and then after that will be forming a ranging level from now. Okay, so let's see. The bullish momentum is actually gaining some steam. This is the major supporting level. Keep on adding on it. I think this is a major supporting level, $6 range. Let's see, $6 range is the major supporting level is 23. Not so sure the price will reach through 26. 26 is actually the major supporting level because this is what we call the order book has been showing here. So right now we can draw it out. This is the order book is showing. from CFD. So you can see the price is actually showing here to here is actually a really big volume outside of it. So my speculation is that the price will be going back towards this level. If price will really go back to 23, is actually a really good timing to do long positions. 23, 24, 25, 26, this area is actually quite good to do long and try to tackle back to the top sides. Okay. I'm not so sure is it possible to tackle back towards this level, because this is what we call the exhaustion level. If we expect the price to go higher, my speculation is that the price might be going back to this level. It should be not a really big problem. 35, 36 should be quite okay. Okay, so yeah, seems like there's a bunch of orders around 30 level. Price wanted to go, whoa, price is reaching through lower. Well, this is actually quite, well, this is new information. So you can see that it's right now it's wanted to go lower. Okay, showing you the book map. So okay, showing the book map, you can see that this is the really interesting area, 40. So you can see that this is actually adding on it, 40. Once it's adding on it, you can see that the price immediately have some effects to go lower. Okay, going lower and reaching back towards this level. So I think we can actually do long positions from here if everyone wanted to. I think it's actually quite good to do long positions on this level. So right now it's 33 from the CFD. I think it's $3 range. Yeah, I think it's 23 area. You can actually try to do long positions on 23 and see how it turns out. I think should be forming some kind of big supporting level if you're asking me. Okay, 23. Yeah, 23 area. So we already mentioned that this is the major supporting level. Speculations that the price will be going back towards on the higher sides. Everyone can try to do long positions, maybe around here to 23, 26, 25, 24, 23 is actually quite a strong supporting area. And speculations that the price will be, yeah, 23, strong supporting level. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Price is actually going back, lowering down. Let's see. Whoa. What is happening? Whoa, vacuum out this volume. Usually I might be seeing the price to go back to the top sides. So yeah, 23 area. Let's see. Yeah. 23 area is actually quite strong support. As I mentioned, this is the major supporting level. Everyone can try to do long positions on it. 23. So you can see that it's actually quite useful using bookmap. 23 is actually the major supporting level. You can try to do long positions because this is what we call the most order book area. So you can see that it's actually reflecting on it. If you wanted to do long positions right here, you can actually put your stop loss maybe around from bookmap perspective. The best stop loss I think is about 20 to 30 pips around that area. $2 to $3 range. So if we do long positions from here, put your stop loss maybe 20 pips, and 20 to 30 pips are if you want to be safe, and it's easily 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. You can see that 40 pips is actually not a really big issues using scalping. But if you wanted to get swing, you might need to put your entry level. Once the price do really go to 30 to 40 pips, you might need to change to break even point. That's the most safest way to try to trade on it. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, everyone can try to do long positions from here. As I mentioned, this is actually a really strong supporting line, 53. And then you can 23, and then you put your stop loss maybe 20 to 30 pips. Getting 40 pips to 50 pips is not a really big problem. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing. So if you're really interested in it, please remember to give us a like, subscribe, and do remember if you wanted to have this bookmap functions, you can actually join it on my Discord group at the link below. Just join it and you can actually get it for free, and not free, you can watch it for free, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it, and I will be also teaching in the process. Okay, so thank you for everyone joining, and